Hello everyone, we are team 14. So we have chosen the topic Smart Pet Feeder for our IoT project. So our team members consist of Dhanaseelan, Kreshwant, myself and Shiva Prakash. Next slide please. So this is an overview of our presentation today. So first we'll be going through the problem statement and the circuit diagram. After which we'll be going through three cloud-based tools, I should say, Adafruit, IFTTT, and Blink. And finally, we'll be looking at the business model Canva for our pet feeder project. Next slide, please. So coming to the problem statement on why we chose this smart pet feeder. So this pet feeder device is especially useful for pet owners who constantly travel across the world. So they cannot carry their pets everywhere they go. So sometimes they have to leave their pets in the home itself. So in that case, they can automatically feed their pets from anywhere from the world easily. So this we have achieved through cloud-based tools. So we have used Google Assistant. So the final output would be like whenever the user wants to feed his or her pet, he can just open the Google Assistant and say feed my pet. The pet which is present in the owner's house will be automatically fed from the pet feeder machine. So this will help a lot of pet feeder owners who constantly travel, and therefore they can take care of the pets in a better manner. Next slide. So this is a circuit diagram. So briefly, we have four components. One is Node MCU, one is LCD I2C module. We have servo motor and the LCD display. So the Node MCU and I2C module are used for communication, whereas the servo motor is used for opening and closing of the lid through which the food is going to flow to the pet. The display is used for checking the time and displaying the time to the user. Next slide. Yeah, over to my teammates. Thank
So,
you.
so mainly we have used Adafruit for MQTT communication. Our project is mainly utilizing MQTT mode of communication. So Adafruit was the best choice, and it has a very great community support also. And it is a very easy to use cloud platform tools, which will help you to connect various IoT devices. Next. The IFTT. When you use Adafruit, you will need you will utilize triggers. So IFTTT is a very good platform. If this, then that. The name itself is self-explanatory. You whenever you want a certain command to be executed for a certain trigger, you will specify that. And the main idea behind this is it will help you to communicate different devices, even if those devices are not compatible with each other. Through this website, it will promote interoperability. Next.
Okay, so coming to Blink. So Blink is a common platform for building IoT applications. That is, it can integrate your hardware and the software using a web hosted server on a website called as Blink. So it itself provides a mobile app that can be used to create custom interfaces for controlling and monitoring hardware as well as the cloud service that allows devices to communicate with the app, and integrating Blink with other hardware components like Arduino or Raspberry Pi or ESP8266, that's the Node MCU, is much easier. So this is the UI which is created by Blink. So here we have the on off button. So once when we click on the on button, so what the servo motor does is it rotates its the lid which is blocking the foot from falling down is being controlled by the containers lid, which is being hold on to the server's lever. And moving to the next, yeah, this is the Google Assistant's page where we will be controlling the servo motor's activity via Google Assistant through our mobile phones or any other wearables, smart wearables. So yeah, moving to the next, this is the business model. My friend will continue from here.
So this is Dhanasiran roll number 27313. Now let us analyze the business model of our product. Starting from the infrastructure section, the first one is key activities. The major activities involved in installing the device are physically setting up the device, then configuration of the device and connecting it with Adafruit. And then we can create customized triggers as per our need. For this product, our key partners are pet food manufacturers because we need to be aware of different type of foods so that we design the container accordingly and the time required for the lid to be open. Then cloud service providers, and you can also deliver our products directly to users. Our product mainly relies on two resources. Firstly, the components like server motor, the container to store it, and the other equipments like Node MCU, and then the technical resources like cloud platform, which is the base for our service. It could be achieved only with an internet connection. Next, the value proposition is some business offerings of our product. The main objective, which is to feed the pet remotely so that they can be healthy. So users can manually control the product, or they can even schedule and automate this event, which is the main advantage of our product. Also, our product is easy to install. The overall setup, configuration, and customization will take only a few minutes. So we have enabled voice control so that user can give commands on the go. Next, moving to the customer section. In customer relationship part, there's a chatbot available 24/7 and largely supported community for where users can post their issues and doubts. The doubts and issues will be clarified either from our side or from the other experts. The customer channels available to us are places which exclusively focus on pets like Pet Expo, Carnival, and pet shops, etc. Social media is a wide platform where we can publicize our product. The customer sections that could be benefited from are people who are not available to feed pets. That is, especially the people who are working. And the people who are age old or people who have fear or allergy towards pets can also be benefited. Not only the domestic users, but people who also look after large number of animals in farms or zoos can also be benefited from. Even in veterinary hospitals also, our product could be used. So looking at the cost structure involved in manufacturing involved is the manufacturing of components and assembling them, and the rentals for cloud service in case of public cloud. Else we need to set up our own private cloud. And the cost incurred in developing the web and mobile interfaces. Then we need to advertise the product in the previously mentioned channels. So the next step, finally, the possible ways of generating revenue are by selling products. We can also include pet-related advertisements in our app and websites. We can even tie up with large-scale animal growers and take charge of feeding them rightly with our product and its maintenance. So this is our proposed business model. Next slide, please. These are some references which are useful in developing this product. Next slide. Thank you. That's it from our side.
We look at the demonstration. So basically for pet feeders, pet feeding IoT project, we have a storage container which contains of food, and we have a lid which is being controlled by the servo motor. Once when the data signal is sent to the servo motor to open the lid, it will open the lid and automatically it closes after a few delay of time. And okay, so for coding we have used Arduino IDE, and for the hardware, coming back to the hardware components, we have Node MCU, the LED display, and servo motor for closing and opening the lid. So let us look at demonstration. So basically, first approach to open and close the lid is manual approach. So we have implemented it with the help of Blink, which is an IoT web application platform. Using Blink, I can send data from either Android phone or iOS or from web to Blink. And what Node MCU does is it takes the data from Blink to Node MCU, and from Node MCU the data gets transferred to the servo motor. So now let us look. Initially the lid is closed. Initially the lid is closed, and once when I open the lid, it opens and the food falls down, and after some time I close the lid, so the motor automatically closes the lid of the container. And this is one approach. And the other approach is we have used Google Voice Assistant. So what Google Voice Assistant does is, first it will be sensing the voice from Google Assistant, and using Adafruit it sends the data to IFTT, and from IFTT the node comes back to the data comes back to the Node MCU, and following that the Node MCU does the same as before. It controls the servo motor's action, and to close the lid automatically we have given some delay of 5,000 or some 10,000. So
Okay, Google, activate feed pet.
okay, the lid opens, and after some time the lid closes automatically.